Good morning, y'all. What a refreshing way to start the day. Am I right? Yeah, I'm gonna be doing this a lot today. I just did it again. I think it's just because the creek follows this canyon and the trail kind of just comes back and forth between the river and the canyon. But it feels good on the feet and my shoes dry fast, so it's not all bad. I think today I'm just gonna try for another 20 or the most 20 convenient spot. And part of me wants to actually just skip Big Bear and try and get all the way to Cajon Pass. I know Big Bear is a cool town. I might stop in there just to see it, get some charge, and then hitch out. But I think I have just enough food to squeak by this section C, which I think is in total about 127 miles with the food that I have. Like I said, I kind of went crazy on the packing of the food just because I wanted to try everything I bought. And I ended up with a heavy food bag. But it's all right. The way I see it is it's just helping me train for the Sierra food carries, which will be heavier than this, I'm sure. So we'll see. I'm gonna be about 14 miles outside of Big Bear today if I do another 20. And then I'll kind of make my call from there. But it's a beautiful morning. Super still today. Yesterday was very windy. And the birds are out, the frogs. Got a killer night's sleep last night. That new Thermarest pad, I gotta hand it to them. They are indeed quieter. It's actually quieter than my Nemo. So I was very shocked by that. But good morning as always. Another beautiful day on the PCT. And let's get on down the trail. At this little seasonal stream, taking a quick break, doing my traditional soak on my feet, and also drying out my socks and my shoes because I crossed that stream probably 10 times this morning. I don't even know, I lost count. But the desert's been really temperate. It's been very I've been sweating, don't get me wrong, but it's been cooler. Definitely. Maybe because I'm up here at altitude, sitting at about 6,600 right now. Gonna climb up to, I think, 88 today by the time it's all said and done. But probably just gonna snack on some food and chill by this little stream and enjoy it, because apparently this thing is very unreliable, but you can see how good the flow is this year. So that's been one thing that's been nice about all the snow. I won't take it for granted, but I'm gonna chill here for a little bit longer and then hit that dusty trail. Look at the size of this tree. I know it's hard to tell, but that thing is huge. Damn. Good evening, y'all. Once again, action-packed day. Probably 5,500 feet of climbing, 22 miles on the dot. I pulled over because I found this guy right next to the trail. Super flat, great spot. I told myself that if you find one at 22, stop. And I did. And the trail is right in front of me, so it's perfect. But the plan that I'm thinking now is that I might just go through. I know I already kind of mentioned I might skip Big Bear. I know it's probably a really cool town. I already skipped Idlewild, but I have so much food. I'm going to count it tonight to see how much, I have to ration, or maybe I have plenty, which I think is the case. But yeah, today was tough, especially with the water carry. There's about an 18-mile dry stretch, and there's a supposed cache up here in about a mile. But I really didn't want to put my faith in that. I just felt like it was a little risky because if there wasn't any water, the next stream isn't even until 7 miles after this. So I was carrying about 4 liters of water all day. Yeah, it was heavy, but it's good to be back in the upper 20s. My body feels good. I think today was the perfect time to stop, and I have enough time to stretch at camp and do some things that I usually don't make time for that I'm going to start making time for. So that's all I really have. I don't even know if I'm going to cook tonight. I might just eat beef jerky and crawl into bed. So that's a day, y'all. I will see you all mañana.